Today, fans of Carrie Fisher learned their Christmas wishes were not coming true. Their worst fears realized after Friday night's grim news that Fisher had suffered a massive heart attack on a flight from London to Los Angeles.
We have an unresponsive passenger, so they're working on it right now.
Over the weekend, Fisher's family tried to reassure an anxious fan base, saying she was in ICU but in stable condition. But today, the news no one wanted to hear. Her Star Wars family mourned the loss. Her Star Wars brother, Mark Hamill, tweeted this photo from their storied past with the caption, "No words, devastated." But it was her real-life mother, actress Debbie Reynolds, with perhaps the most heartfelt tribute. "I am grateful for your thoughts and prayers that are guiding her to her next stop. Love, Carrie's mother." Carrie Fisher was born into that Hollywood royal family 60 years ago in Beverly Hills, the daughter of Reynolds and singer Eddie Fisher.
I worship my mother. I was in my mother's nightclub act when I was 13 years old.
Fisher decided to pursue her own Hollywood dreams, making her big screen debut in 1975 in the Warren Beatty movie Shampoo.
Are you?
Am I what? What are you talking about?
Making it with my mother.
But it was at 19 years old that she auditioned for the role that would change her life.
When R2 has been safely delivered to my forces, you get your award.
And change the world. A little sci-fi flick called Star Wars.
You needn't worry about your reward. If money is all that you love, then that's what you'll receive.
She spoke with my co-anchor David Muir in a recent interview.
I had a very round face, and they asked me to lose, at that point, 10 pounds. Because they thought it was all on my face.
So at 19 years old, when they tell you that you have to lose weight for a film,
you want to hide. When you get on the set, you think they're going to say, "Oh, you didn't lose it. Bring in Jodie Foster."
The irony there, though, is that Princess Leia really inspired young girls right from the start.
But not to be pretty.
But she was really pretty.
No, yes, and I didn't know that.
This princess wasn't only pretty, she was powerful.
What the hell are you doing? Somebody has to save our skins.
Of course, Star Wars became a pop culture phenomenon and made icons out of its young cast. But by the time the blockbuster sequel, The Empire Strikes Back, came around, Fisher had already begun to tire of her Royal Highness.
Afraid I was going to leave without giving you a goodbye kiss?
I just assumed he's a Wookiee.
I can arrange that.
At one point, you had said, "I'd rather play Han Solo."
Yes, that's true.
You still feel that way?
That's the best character. I mean, I'm glad that the female can yell at the men. You came in that thing?
You came in that thing? You're braver than I thought.
Outside of the Star Wars franchise, Fisher looked for other roles, appearing in the movie The Blues Brothers in 1980. She married longtime Flame and singer-songwriting legend Paul Simon in 1983. The two soon divorced. She also reprised her role as Princess Leia in The Return of the Jedi, this time outfitted in that controversial gold bikini.
I never hated the bikini. I was surprised when it happened because I'd been covered in white for most of the movies. If you're going to wear a slave outfit, make sure a giant slug forces you to do it, and make sure that you're 23.
But in the wake of the mammoth Star Wars trilogy, at the height of her popularity, Fisher already felt washed up.
I was thrilled, and I had that sense that it was going to go. I had it so soon. So I felt like a has-been at 25.
Later, she had a daughter, Billy, with Hollywood talent executive Brian Lord. Her life was punctuated by a struggle with bipolar disorder and addiction. Her first book, Postcards from the Edge, based on her own life, was later made into a movie starring Meryl Streep. It told the story of an actress hooked on pills, a struggle that Fisher herself faced.
I don't really understand how I almost died. That's never what I wanted to do.
Did drugs give you anything? They were my friend until they weren't. But they did for me what I couldn't do for myself.
Fisher would battle drugs and alcohol for years. At one point, she says she was taking 30 pills of the painkiller Percodan a day to try to mellow out her manic state.
Please welcome Carrie Fisher.
Here she is on live television, manic and high. It seems to take her an eternity to walk across the floor.
Not walking slow, I'm just short.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I think I looked into camera one time and was really crazy, and I was stoned.
You were married to Paul Simon at one time.
You're kidding.
Yes.
Because of her brilliance, it seemed the world joined her in her conspiracy that everything was all right. In 1989, she appeared in When Harry Met Sally.
He's cute.
Even though her brother and her mother say she was hanging on by a thread.
What's difficult about Carrie is that she is so incredibly clever while she's being completely out of control. She's an articulate raving maniac.
There were times, at least 7 times, we thought we lost her.
The thing you get most afraid of is that she will never return.
Then, after one of her epic highs,
I wanted to announce that there was going to be a race to the end of my personality.
she came crashing down, this time into a lethal depression. Even her daughter couldn't get her out of bed. In 2000, Fisher told Diane Sawyer about her hospitalization.
They checked me in and they had me sign a paper. God knows what it was. But I signed with my left hand, shame.
So when they say psychotic break, something is breaking.
It's terrifying. I thought I was dying. What I have to say now about it is losing your mind, which is what happened, is a terrible thing. But once it's gone, it's fine.
Fisher did get better. In 2000, she says she was off drugs and back on track, doing what she does best, writing, often with an autobiographical bent. She's authored 8 books. She's even turned one of them into a one-woman show, Wishful Drinking.
I was invited to go to a mental hospital. And, well, you don't want to be rude, right? So you go.
So maybe it could be said that taking up writing was a way of prolonging your career. Absolutely, because in this town it's not only not, you can't grow old gracefully, you can't grow old at all. So you can as a writer.
Which she did. Fisher's latest book, released just last month, was a memoir, The Princess Diarist, taken from diaries she kept while making the Star Wars films, even revealing an off-screen affair with co-star Harrison Ford.
I love you.
I know.
Carrie Fisher!
Last seen in London on that book tour, Fisher appeared on the Graham Norton show just one day before suffering a massive heart attack on that flight home to Los Angeles.
I'm very insecure in the books, and I didn't recall that I was that insecure.
It would be this role, that of a writer, that seemed to bring her full circle, talking about the role that defined her career.
I still have people coming up to me and saying, Princess Leia, and can I take your picture, Princess Leia, with you, and where's your funny hair?
One of her last lines as Princess Leia is one that resonates with all her fans.
May the Force be with you.